How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I appreciate you coming out and doing this with us. It means a lot.
I love you too.
I do love you, Fred. Thank you. Um, so let's start out. Let us know your name.
My name is Fred.
Where are you from?
I am born and raised in the Lake of Salt,
The Lake
also
of
known as
Salt.
Great Salt Lake, also known as Salt Lake City.
How long have you been coming to Graywell?
Jeez, how long? Like in my early 20s or so, when I was working like as a cat at Subway, and Gray was across the street at the university. Yeah, 2021 or so, give or take. It's been that long. Shit, I'm old.
Yeah, you don't,
Sorry.
but you don't look old.
Versace, you've done wonders on the naked face. You see me, you love me.
So, what do you mostly come to Graywell for?
Over the years, it's been a mix of CDs and records. Probably, it's safe to say, in more recent times, it's been more records than anything, but also get a CD here and there depending on what it is. So, yeah, mostly it's just records and to see certain faces we won't talk about.
We can talk about faces.
Dustin. But yeah,
Um, Speaking of faces, is that something that draws you to Graywell?
what draws me to
I
Graywell
said,
besides
you said
faces?
speaking of faces, the people.
Oh, yeah.
What is it about the people that draws you here?
Um, it's a community that I didn't know that I was like building over time over the years. You know what I mean? Like when I come in here, it's not like I expect everyone to be all like, "Oh my God, it's Fred" or anything like that. I'm just like a regular kid just buying records and that's it. But over the years and over time, it came to where it is like right now, where I come in here and I see everybody's faces and I try to be here for like 10, 20 minutes, and 2, 3 hours later, 4 hours later, it's like a whole Paris coffee barista type of vibe thing going on. So it's fine.
So it's not just a record store to you.
No, it's. I mean, you're all family at this point. Like
I love it.
it's a family, it's a community, and it's like a happy place for me, and it's been a happy place for a very long time.
That's great. We love having you. Um, which Graywell location, past or present, do you claim is yours?
It would have been the university one
Yeah.
before that shut down. I've been to like I'll say all of them at one point in time because I think there was one in Sandy, and then there was one in Provo. That's how long I've been doing
That was
this,
a
like a
long time ago.
long time
Yeah.
ago. But the university one would have been my main one to go to.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Um,
long ago. I was so young once.
uh, how would you describe what visiting Graywell is like to someone who's never been?
It's like a wonderland of what it used to be like to go to like a music store back in like the 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? Like you don't see a whole lot of like brick and mortar of like this like anymore. And back in the day, there was like a whole bunch of like music stores that you can like go to. Like there was like a Hastings, there was a Pegasus. I remember one time at the Gateway we had a Virgin Mega store, so we had like a bunch of these like all over the land. So like when you come in here, like it's a reminder of like what it was like before like the internet or before like social media, where you can like grab like a physical copy of like a book or a CD or a DVD or a record. You don't have stuff like that like anymore like you used to in modern times.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Um,
And because I'm old.
Stop with that. We were going to edit all the old out because you're not old. You haven't cracked. You're gorgeous. Be happy. Um, do you have a particular memory of Graywell that's positively impacted you? Or memories, and multiple if you want.
Hell, which one do I pick? um
Throw us a couple.
okay, I'll do one of my favorite ones. It's I came in here once, and I never thought I would see like an original pressing of Sade's Love Deluxe, and everybody knows I'm like a big Sade fan, right? And I actually had my own copy already, but it was like the re-release version, like the music on vinyl version.
Yeah.
And came in here, and I'm like, how am I gonna get that? Because I've always wanted that, like an OG of that. And I came in here one day and I happened to talk to you and say, and I was nervous, right? And I was like, hey, is there a way where we can exchange this? And you said, bring your copy in, let me look at it, and let me see what I can do. And I brought in literally the next day, right? You took a good look at it, grabbed the one that was on the shelf over there, and you just made a quick exchange about it and said, here you go. I may or may not have gotten emotional while I was in the car, but I can't fully admit that right now. But the reason why it was so special is because here you go. It came from a place of compassion from you. You know what I mean? And you could have easily just been like, well, here, let me give you a difference for it, or whatever that you wanted to. You know what I mean? And it was just a quick like little flip, and that was it. I hold that very near and very dear to me. And then, of course, there's many memories I have, but that's one of my fondest ones.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to share? Another story, another time?
Oh, geez.
No pressure. Just
How
asking.
much time you got? Let me
We,
pull up a chair.
we got as much
Jeez.
time as you want.
How many stories can I pull out of the archives? Yeah, I'll give one. I'll give like my last one too, and I'm
Okay.
going to be very careful how I word this and how I say this. Um, I got to choose between the two. So I have this thing where, as a reminder of what it's like to feel love and caress, right? From people who you didn't know either exist or for it's like when you build a community, right? You don't know when you're building a community until much later on. And so one of the things I've done as a reminder of that kindness and that courtesy is that like I save receipts. Not a whole lot, not from everywhere, of course, because it's too much hoarding and we ain't about that life. um, when it comes to here, I have a little on my shelf at home, on my little big, shelf of records. I have a little small stack of receipts just like that, of stuff that I've been collecting over the last maybe 3 years, three
Is
or
it
four.
you treat it as a keepsake for the time that you found that item?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're like keepsakes, and the people who gave it to me and whatnot, and they're just kind of just a reminder of just the love and courtesy that I've gotten from you all.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um,
Cheesy but true.
well, I mean, you kind of answered this question a little bit, maybe with different format, though. Have you ever found something that you've been after for a while, a grail, if you want to use that term, something that you love, something you've been desperate to find for many years, and how does it feel if and when you found that here at Graywell?
Yeah. Oh, there's a few of those stories too, but the one that comes closest to mind is the late great Brooklyn cat Ka, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was over before this half side opened up. You had a little display over here, of some valuables, if you will, and I just happened to look on it, and I'm all like, oh my god, like holy shit, like what the imagine explicits, right? Because when the album was released originally, it was on his website, and of course it went away. Ka was obviously alive at the time, and when I wanted it, I was too late for it. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is, and I never thought I was going to see it like ever. Like I kind of made that piece, and I was accepting of it. And so when I saw it here, I'm like, there's no way in hell, like this was like right before me. You know what I mean? And so like seeing that was just like this huge dream come true, because in someone else's hands, right, it's like, oh, look at what I got, like come like subscribe, I'm so special, but in but in my hands, like anybody that knows me, or if it's for a short time or for like a long time, right, there's a certain type of curation that comes with me, there's a certain type of history and knowledge that comes with me, you know what I mean? So in my possession, it's like a document. You know what I mean? It's also a journal entry in a lot of ways of how I even discovered that person in the first place. And that particular album, Descendants of Cain, is what it's called. Um, is how I discovered his whole like enterprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that I have that in my possession, and especially now that he's passed, because I actually got it. I think 3 or 4 months before he actually passed. Like that year is like never in my wildest fantasies, and I got it from here.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm.
It's great. Thank you. Um, why should people watching this video? Well, I don't have to say that. Why should people watching this visit Greatwell?
To explore what it's like, um, to see how it was to just consume like physical product. You know what I mean? I think even even more now than ever, right? Because there's some controversy with Spotify, right? Like to buy a physical copy of like your favorite artist, someone that's out, someone that just came out the physical product, to actually like hold it and see it, and then you can look at like liner notes, and you can look at like album artwork. You can't get that with the touch of a button, but you can get that by actually like holding something like right in front of your hands and saying, "Oh wow, this is cool," or "Wow, you produced this," or "Oh, who's the engineer?" I still geek out about those type of things. You know what I mean? So people who have been buying this obviously a lot shorter than I have, can get that same experience for when I was at that age once upon a time.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, we here at Greywell value and know how much you curate and care about music, especially Black music, and what you bring to the community here in your collecting, your curating, and also what you do outside of your normal, just wonderful Instagram feed and the announcements of music. Um, what are you up to, and where can people find you?
What am I up to? Well, I have two different residencies currently right now, and that's at Manny's and that's at Snowmobile Bar, and they're both in the downtown location. So I pretty much just DJ there, um, 2 or 3 days depending on where I'm at. Um, so come see me there, and get a little taste of what I'm about. Like, and you'll definitely get it too. You'll know it's me because I'll probably have a whiskey on my hand. I will not be lit. Okay, don't drink and drive, kids. And like I'll just be talking with you and dance with you, and more than likely spit some type of knowledge because that's what I do.
That's amazing. Where can
Yeah.
we find you on it? Where can we find you on Instagram?
On Instagram, Jazz Kid. Now that's here you go, and that's jazz as in jazz music because a lot of people think that it's Utah jazz, and sorry, jazz. Yeah, we're good.
So
We're
at
so good.
jazz
So yeah, jazz
underscore kid.
underscore jazz underscore kid. If you see a bald brown guy with a bunch of records, it's more than likely me.
That's amazing. Is there anything else you want to add? Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, I could talk your ear off all day, but all I can say is that at this moment, um, I've been filled with gratitude then. I'm filled with gratitude now. For the love and compassion that this store has offered me, the people who I've met over the years, and especially your compassion like for me. I'm start crying. Here it comes. I knew it was coming. I'm very grateful. That's it. I'm very grateful and thankful, and I'm blessed. That's all I can tell you.
No, we're very grateful for you, and I'm personally grateful for you, and I love you.
Hmm. And it doesn't help that they're playing this right now because it's very sentimental. Like I don't know who Miles Davis is. Not like I don't got a tattoo on like my knee or anything like that. But it's fine. It's fine.
Uh, well, thank you very much for doing this with us. You're appreciated, and we thank you very much.
Grateful and thankful, Dustin.